also now changed tune. They said, there are some things that majority of people are questioning about the way we're introducing this government. So this is a better opportunity for us to go in. Case in point, they went back to Parliament and tabled a motion. The Senate is going to discuss it next week. Parliament also looked into that issue this week, where they were saying everything that committee is going to talk about is going to be anchored on law. So it's going to be rubber-stamped and brought forth as a law that has been amended.
Yeah, you see, in BBI season 1, rather the first round of talks,
yes,
it was not cohesive at all. They were not so much into bringing diversity on the table. But you see, a country of over...
Salas, is it diversity? Because it is just a change of issues. All of a sudden, in the first round, look here, it's the opposition that had issues. Ruto never said at one point that I have a problem with the way I've set up my government. He said, I've set up my government. I want to start delivering to Kenyans. Then in the second round of negotiations, Kimani Ichung'wah releases a statement and says, we've agreed to discuss 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, including the embedment of the office of the Prime Cabinet Secretary, the office of the leader of the opposition, which was never an issue that they want to talk about. They wanted to talk about in the first round of negotiations. Is it the government that has said, we have a chance to get our way in?
Yeah, you see, Simba, if you trail Ruto's speeches, right from the run-up to the August election 2022, his remarks abroad and within the country, he has always rooted for the entrenchment of the office, the office of the official leader of opposition.
Yes.
And he has always been against the winner takes it all. But you see, it is the opposition, together with the then president Uhuru Muigai Kenyatta, that rooted for the winner takes it all issue. But Ruto's approach to governance of this country, he has always rooted for an opposition, an official post for the official leader of opposition. That is one. Now, when I talk about diversity in terms of round 1 and round 2 of these negotiations,
yes,
is that the first round of negotiations, each party held on to its hardlines. They never wanted to consider that Kenya is a country made up of more than 42 ethnic groups, 42 tribes that needs to be brought together. And the first part that brought a lot of issues between President Ruto and the former PM Raila Amolo Odinga,
yes,
was the issue of sharing of the national cake between the two leading tribes that are now in government, that is Kikuyu and Kalenjin, and the remaining 40 others, or 40 plus others. And that is what brought the uproar. And when they thought that the Mandamanos were not going to yield anything, and that is when they clung on to their position. No dialogue, no handshake, no whatever. But on the last day of Mandamano, when they saw the country almost being galvanized into Mr. Odinga's call, then the police were a little bit agitated, or rather incited, let me say so, because we have proof for that. And then there was that bit of brutality. And then we saw the U.S. envoy, the Kun, the senator, coming in, meeting this side, meeting that side, and then the tune changes. Now Ichung'wah has a list of issues
that they want to talk about, isn't it?
Now Opiyo Wandayi has a list of issues
that they want to talk about
to be discussed.
Yes.
And when you look at these issues, they are not different from BBI season 1.
So are we trying to say then that indeed what the president is